I think I'm live. Hi everyone and welcome to Iris Mastery series. In this video I'm going to show you what is the Iris page for in Iris. There is a page like this. If you go to the advanced settings and scroll down and you can see the Iris page under the system page. If you click this, here you have several options. You can always get help for all Iris features from the blue eye buttons everywhere in the program, but I'm going to quickly explain what are all these settings about. For example, one of the most common things you're going to click here is reset settings to default. If you, I don't know, if you play with Iris too much and you change some things and want to return to the default Iris settings, just click reset settings to default. This will return Iris to default settings like at the beginning when you install the program for the first time. And you can actually see that now you don't see the effect of Iris, and this is because I use high-level API to show you how Iris changes the screen. High-level API is a little bit more slower, but it works with USB monitors and it can show Iris changes of the screen. But for example, if I take a screenshot right now of the screen and if I paste it somewhere, you can see the Iris effect. If you don't want to see this when you take screenshots, enable low-level color API and your screen is still changed. I see it how my screen is more orange, but when you take photos you won't see Iris effect, and when you stream videos. High-level API will work with USB monitors and also will affect if you take a screenshot on your screen will be orange. The next option I want to talk about is reset colors, which basically if Iris crashes for some reason with the low-level color API, your colors may stay like this even if Iris is closed. If Iris crashed, your colors may be like this. And to fix this, you actually click reset from here. You reset the colors, or from the Iris page, reset colors. Use this if Iris crashes for some reason. For example, I can show you this thing because you can't see the changes with the low-level color API, but you can try it yourself. Go to Task Manager and from here find Iris. Find Iris and cue it. I can't click it. I'll try like this. Damn it. This Iris moves too much. Okay, from here you can actually cue the task, and my screen now changes. Change it to, I'll show. Go to Task Manager, find Iris, but you need low-level color API from here, yes. And now if you cue Iris, your screens is the same. You can test this. You won't see this in the video right now, but it's orange. My screen is orange now. And when I start Iris again, it becomes more orange because Iris saves your current color preferences. This is used for color calibration. For example, if you work with colors and when Iris starts, it loads your settings and applies our Iris color changes on top of them. So when Iris is paused, you can actually see your calibrated screen. And if Iris crashes for some reason, it will load a double orange screen. So go to Iris and click reset colors, or from the blue light page also there is a reset button. and it does the same. So you're going to see the effect of iris now again. This is because I changed to high level cover API. And these things may seem complicated, but the reason for them is actually really simple. Most blue light filter softwares do not work on USB monitors or some strange monitor configuration. If you, for example, have 6 monitors, 7, or I don't know. And I made Iris with 2 types of APIs, so it can work on everything, but you need to set up it from here, low level or high level cover API. I will automate this in the future, but for now you probably need this option here if you have USB monitors. Keyboard inactivity for pausing the timer and mouse inactivity for pausing work timer pretty much does the same thing, and this is if you use the timer from here, is set to on, and you go outside of the room for 5 minutes, and when you come back the time is still running. But if you click this and this at the time interval, if you're going out from the PC, the timer will stop. I think this is 1 or 2 minutes by default, but you can change this with hidden feature. And if you want to go outside of the room when you work, but the timer to stop and then reset, use these 2 options to automatically pause the timer when you're not on your PC, so it doesn't happen that you go to the PC and the rest screen, this is the rest screen, goes and reminds you to take a break when you actually just finished your break. So these 2 options will help you with this. Block keyboard on strict mode is something for programmers like me, because when I'm on strict mode I have a ways to close it. Actually, I can do it with certain hotkeys on the keyboard, and what block keyboard on strict mode does is it blocks the entire keyboard, and the only way to skip the rest screen in strict mode with this option set to on is to actually restart your PC, or I don't know, or just wait for a break to finish. This is really useful if you want to force yourself to take a break from your computer. And yes, this is really useful for forcing yourself to take a break from the computer. The last option is autosave settings changes. This is another thing I use sometimes, and if I uncheck this, it's checked by default, but if I uncheck this, I can go and change all settings, basically do whatever I want from, I don't know, I'll change a lot of things here and click this, and basically don't click save and close. Now my iris will return my previous saved settings. Do you see this? I changed a lot of things, but if I click just close, iris return to my settings before. This is useful if you just want to change some things in iris but not save them. Uncheck autosave setting changes, change some things like this. You can minimize iris to work like this, and when you click close, the settings are returned to the last saved state, and you can actually save the settings from here by clicking the save and close button. This is basically what the iris page is for. You can always see iris help by clicking the blue eye buttons everywhere in the program. Thank you very much. I'm going to check the comments now of this live video. I'm trying to stream both to YouTube and Facebook, and I'm actually not sure if everything works, but I'll check this and then I'm going to stop the video. Actually, a lot of people joined on Facebook and they are watching, So I also have this on YouTube. And please like the Iris Facebook page, share it with friends, like the Iris YouTube channel. I'm trying to make helpful videos to help you learn the program. And I always check the comments here. If you have any questions, just ask them under the video in Facebook or YouTube, and I will try to answer everything. Thank you very much.